Hey everybody, it's Gail. A few hours ago, I posted a video about a yarn from Krimkey, and hi baby, you were just living up to your reputation of being a pain in my ass today. She's a good girl. She's been a pain in the ass all day. Anyway, I I thought that Krimkey was trying to sell a yarn as a vegan wool, and I was wrong about that. And my problem is with the way vegan is used as a marketing tool, in the same way as several other labels, but also one of the most annoying things that I have ever dealt with as a creator, frankly, is fuck ass vegans who repeat talking points from PETA, who is completely untrustworthy and has been for years, and then want to get mad because I call them fuck ass vegans. By the way, if you have immediately thought I need to go into the comments and tell Gail to stop calling all vegans fuck asses, one, I'm not calling all vegans fuck asses. Fuck ass is the adjective to narrow the type of vegan I am talking about. Two, if you're doing that, you are in fact the fuck ass vegan. Congratulations. But anyway, so in the video that I have now deleted because I don't want it floating around, I thought part of Krimkey's company name was the name of the yarn line, and that what is actually the name of the yarn line was the color. So that's on me. So the entire name of the company is Krimkey Soul Wool, and then the line of yarn that I have is called Morning Salutation. Morning Salutation is a vegan product. It is made of cotton and some sort of wood waste. It's on the label. And, but I thought Soul Wool was the label and that they had made the name Morning Salutation, and it's sort of a greeny yellow, yarn. I would get it, but there's a dog in my lap. And I thought it was, I thought it was like, the sun first hits the meadow's kind of greeny yellow. So I thought that's where the name came from. And in fact, it turns out I just read the label wrong completely. So it is a vegan yarn, and the entire name of the company is Krimkey Soul Wool, but like many, many yarn companies, I'm sure they started out making only yarn out of wool and have since branched out. I'm not gonna get mad at a company for keeping their company name when they add new items to their inventory. You know what I mean? So my mistake. It is a vegan yarn. It's a fascinating vegan yarn to me. I love manufacturing where we figure out what to do with waste products. It's how we got tater tots. It's also how we got acrylic yarn. It is a petroleum byproduct. It was originally waste from oil. Petroleum jelly is literally waste from oil. So I love shit like that. And also the goal, I think, of this blending of cotton with wood pulp, I'm going to say wood pulp. They say wood waste, but I assume it's in some sort of pulped format to be mixed with the cotton. And this sort of blending is done to try to give cotton yarns a different drape than you get from 100% cotton, and a different breathability. So cotton is breathable. It's a natural fiber, just like wool. But wool is breathable and temperature regulating in a way that cotton is not. Bamboo is closer to wool when it comes to breathability and temperature regulation. Cotton does the job because all natural fibers have a certain amount of temperature regulation and breathability, but adding this wood waste improves it. Knitpicks has shine, which is cotton and some sort of wood pulp. I think it's beechwood. But as long as I have you here, do not buy Knitpicks anytime in the future until they, one, admit that there has been a months-long infestation in one of their warehouses of carpet beetles. Two, publicly apologizes and even acknowledges that on all of their social media and in their newsletter. And three, offers refunds to anybody whose wool shipped from that infested warehouse during the time they knew it was infested, because right now they are continuing to not say shit. And I have now made it my personal mission to be the asshole in the room about it, because, well, they've had lots of chances to tell people, and all they're doing on their website is reminding you there's a sale going on, and all they're doing by shipping that yarn out from that warehouse is ruining people's entire yarn stashes. But they're not doing anything to warn people that that might happen. So, fuck them. Which is really annoying, because I have several more projects coming up on the channel that I made from Knitpicks yarn, and so just grain of salt. Where was I? Right, so let's talk about vegan marketing in particular, especially in the fiber arts space, because this is what actually started off my complaint, because I thought Kremke was trying to say that this was a vegan wool, this yarn that I misunderstood, and that's bullshit. And also, I am so fucking tired of fuck-ass vegans talking about how using any sort of animal fiber is animal abuse and terrible to do and exploitation of animals. And, like, one of the reasons they say this, a major reason they say this, is because PETA, and this is 100% on PETA, as the largest, loudest, fuck-ass vegan group in the world, telling straight-up lies about how animal fibers are produced for commerce. They tell people that any animal used for its fiber is murdered. And here's the thing. If you take a second and you take a breath and you think, you know, that sounds a little weird, that doesn't sound like it's right, maybe I'll double check it. You go and you double check it, you find out, no, it's a haircut. Whether it's a goat, a sheep, a rabbit, if it is an animal's fur that is going to be made into yarn, they are not murdered every time they need a haircut. My God, the overhead would be ridiculous. Now, when an animal's fiber does decrease in quality, and I don't know what the bottom line on this is in terms of, like, when yarn makers make the call of when the fiber is deteriorating, therefore the animal is no longer useful as a fiber producer, then I know at least for sheep, they're turned into meat. They're used for their meat. And if that is a problem for you, okay. Like, you get to decide where the line is for you on what you do and do not consider correct usage of an animal for your personal consumption. I personally don't have a problem with it. And just for the record, no, I'm not going to eat my fucking dog. No, I don't expect anybody else to come in and be like, so I can eat your dog. Like, that's fucking crazy. She is a pet. The sheep that you shear to make my wool is a livestock animal. Like, I'll say, that's a whole different rant. I'll save you for that one. But my point is, there are a lot of lies that go around the vegan space that are propagated first and foremost by PETA, and then repeated ad nauseum, and they are meant to be rage bait. They are meant to make you knee-jerk react without thinking, and they are designed so that you will repeat them in outrage before you think to double check if it's true. Because they say they're an animal rights organization. They swear that they do research. They say all... Like, y'all, I could say all kinds of shit right now, too. But I am one person with a very small platform on YouTube, and they are fucking PETA, and they're out there knowingly lying constantly about how animal fiber is produced for yarn, because all they want is the rage bait. They don't actually care about having conversations about, like, since we bred sheep to need to be shaved, which we did, what are the best ways that we can keep them healthy and fiber producing as long as possible, so that maybe we could get to a point that the only thing a sheep ever has to go through as a livestock animal is to be sheared once a year for their fiber. If you are against eating sheep I feel like that is your focus. Your focus should be, well, are there things that can be done so that these sheep, like, is there a failure in the care of sheep bred for fiber production that could be fixed so that these sheep continue to produce the quality of fiber that these companies need? Like, that's the kind of shit we should be thinking about, but PETA doesn't want you to think about that. PETA doesn't want you to think. PETA wants your money, and PETA gets money by rage baiting. It's as simple as that. And as long as I'm already on the shit list for the fuck-ass vegans, I just want to get out there and say vegan leather is bullshit. I hate vegan leather. I recently did a Fifth Friday where I talked about using a faux leather from Lion Brand that is vegan leather. It's plastic. It's fucking plastic. Alright? It sheds. It breaks apart. I have a leather jacket in my closet that we found at a vintage shop. It is 50 years old. Not a problem with it. The worst thing I have ever found on a vintage leather jacket is that sometimes the seams have gone bad because it's 50 or 60 years old. And then I take it to someone who knows how to fix it. The worst thing I have found on a vegan leather jacket is that a couple of years after I bought it, even using a special spray that's supposed to keep it from falling apart, it's flaking. It's flaking on the neck, it's flaking on the shoulders, it's flaking on the cuffs. Vegan leather is not leather. It is a less quality product that puts more waste into the world than even if we only killed cows for their skin, which we don't. Vegan leather is worse. And also, you make vegan leather the same way that you make acrylic. Acrylic yarn is a petroleum byproduct. Vegan leather is made from petroleum byproduct. Again, I love that we have come up with ways to use what were waste products, so we are using more of the thing we're pulling out of the ground, because it means we don't have to find other ways to do these things. We have found ways to make usable stuff out of trash. That's fucking cool. But when it comes to fuck-ass vegans and fiber, I have been told to my face more than once, they would rather use acrylic than use wool, or mohair, or angora. And that's fucking bizarre to me. Like, if you don't want to use animal products, that's fine. But a big part of the fuck-ass vegan lifestyle is that it's, oh, I'm much more sustainable, I'm much more eco-friendly than you. And I want you to explain to me how it is more eco-friendly to drill into the ground to get oil so that you can get the byproduct that makes the acrylic than it is to shave the fucking sheep. It's not. It's just not. So, yeah, this is... I really mean this to be a conversation about how you shouldn't trust marketing in some ways, and I think within our space as fiber artists, there was a lot of concern about sustainability that I absolutely stand by. There's a lot of concern about how environmentally friendly are the fibers that we are using, which I think is very valuable. I've moved more and more to natural fibers, not so much because I'm necessarily concerned about the footprint I'm leaving with the acrylic I use, but because I find them to be better for me. And it's not a moral judgment. It's not, I don't feel that I'm doing a better job at being a crocheter by not using as much acrylic as I used to, but I'm also going to side-eye people who are going to look me in the eye and say they would rather use a petroleum byproduct you can only get by drilling oil, instead of the hair of an animal that needs to be sheared anyway. Like, I literally once had a fuck-ass vegan at a market look me in the eye and say, well, but we bred sheep until they had to be shaved. And I'm like, so we shouldn't take care of them? I don't understand. Anyway, that's... Oh, hold on, I got a husband coming home. Alright, yeah. Hey, knock it off. Alright, that's the husband coming home. So I am going to cut this off so I can post it in replacement of the one I had to take down because I was wrong about something, but...
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. But I just want to reiterate, if I make a mistake like this and I don't figure it out this quickly, please tell me, because I don't want to be out there putting out misinformation. I really do not. So, that is also part of this too, but I'm at the 15-minute mark and the dude came home, so I'm going to go see him. So, hey. I will see you guys soon. There is a fresh video coming up tomorrow. It is Vlogmas in July, so that if you like the shit I made, you'll have time to make your own shit. All the important stuff. I will talk to you soon.
Show them the dog.
I showed them the dog earlier. Oh, for God's sakes. They saw her earlier.
Look at her.
She's an asshole.